Now the next job I'm going to tackle on this bike is I want to remove this exhaust so I can get to the wheel to take the wheel off. So as I've said in previous videos, I'm going to get a new tyre on the back of there. I've actually got one over there that don't look too bad. The tyre, I might just swap the wheel over, but I would like to paint them up as well. So I'm going to take this exhaust off. Just going to take these off here. It looks like, I think these are 13 mils here, and just in here, these can sometimes be a problem on older bikes. These are, I think these are 10 mil ones, maybe 13. I'm not sure yet. But what I've done earlier when I've got in was I've just sprayed these up with a load of WD. I've done it a couple of times just before and after I've had my tea, just to make sure that these are as free as they're going to possibly get, really, before I start taking them off. The problem with these is if you strip these, it can be a real pain to get the exhaust. You have to start messing about things like that, and you really don't want to be doing it. You've got to be very careful taking those off. So I'm going to just get my socket set out as I've got here. I'm going to have a go at taking this exhaust off. I'll start with these two bigger ones here. So let's see how we get on. Wish me luck. Let's hope that they're not too tight. Oh yeah, that's one gone. Take that one out. That's the first one gone. And the second one, you can tell that's pretty slack, to be honest. Just undid quite easily, did that one. So I'll take these two off. We'll have a look at the other two that are on the inside of the bike frame. Now the access on this bike isn't actually that bad, and luckily for me these, I won't say they were slack, but they're not exactly tightened down. I can actually get a spanner on, just a ring spanner on, and undo these. So I'm going to undo this one here, which is a 10 mil. I'm going to undo the other side one, which is also pretty slack. So I've got had a bit of a result there. So I'm going to undo those two, move this exhaust away, and keep an eye, see if any gaskets drop out from behind it as well. So I've eventually managed to get those out, a little bit time consuming. Just worth mentioning on the end of this here, there's actually you can see that there. There's actually a Phillips head on there as well. So once you've actually cracked this open, it's if you can get in, it's probably just as easy to use a Phillips screwdriver and back it off that way. So that's worth noting. It's not obvious from the side. It's unless you've got really good lighting, which I haven't, as I'm inside at the minute. I might have noticed that the first time. So with a little bit of movement off this, I'm hoping I can just get this and have a little bit of a play around. I might just be able to get this exhaust out from under here. And there we go. Got the exhaust off. And now, as you can tell here, I've got good access to this wheel, so we'll take this back wheel off and hopefully I can get myself a tyre. So now I'm going to undo this wheel. I've just got a 22 mil socket on here. What I'm going to do is I'm just reaching over, obviously you can't see, I'm just going to pull the rear brake on. I'm just going to put a bit of weight on, just with the back of my foot, just to, that's it, just to crack this open. And now once we're open, should be free to take this wheel off. Just a quick tip that really, if you lean over and just pull the brake on. It sounds quite obvious, but if you didn't know, the wheel's turning, obviously it makes the job a lot more difficult. So just lean over and put the rear brake on. Save yourself any problems. Make sure you get hold of this washer as well. Remember where it all goes, one on top of the other. And then we'll just give this a little bit of a jiggle. And there we go. We have the rear wheel removed, ready for a new tyre. Now I've just been having a look at these brakes on the back of it. I've also just I've taken these Phillips screws out of here just to remove this cover, the fan off the top of this flywheel here. You can see the ignition coils here and everything. So, but basically these shoes have pretty much had the day. There's been a bit of play on the cable at the back, I think, just to get it through the MOT, but pretty much they've gone. I think for the sake, you could argue there might be some left on them, but for the sake of £8, and I've got the wheel and the exhaust off, it's a bit silly not to replace those. So I've just popped those off basically. Just popped them off behind the wheel, they just pop off, and I'll just get another set of those. We'll put those on when we rebuild this back up. And also I'll probably have to just adjust this cable at the bottom as well and make sure everything's set correctly with the wheel back on as well. But that's a job for another day. So I'm just basically film around here for anybody who's got one of these, just so you can see what's under these covers in case you're working on one. Obviously you can see the carburetor's just through there as well. The other side, judging from this as well, it looks like it's just had a new starter on as well. So that's nice to know, as it did fire up okay. So that's what I've got done tonight. I've got the exhaust off, I've got the rear wheel off, which I wanted to do. I've also taken this cover off as well, just so I can get in a little bit easier. Should probably take the rest of these panels off, it will make the job a lot easier, but just for the minute. Just working in here. I'm going to get myself online now, or probably maybe even go to a bike shop at weekend and order some more of these. Get this wheel sorted out, new tyre on and all painted up.